Namaskar, and welcome back to our daily insight. Little bits of inspiration, ideas, hopefully wisdom that help you in your meditation and help you maintain a deeper sense of awareness in your everyday life. So, the topic for today is, what do you have in common with a stone? Well, I couldn't find an actual stone, but I got this. It's perhaps a little more elegant than a stone, but if I hold this up and ask myself, what do I have in common with it? The feeling that I get is existence. I exist, it exists. That we have in common. And it is this feeling of existence which unites us. It is our common denominator. If I focus on other things, its color and its boundaries and its shape, and my color, my boundaries, my shape, there's a sense of separation. But if I just focus on the fact that it exists, focus on that feeling, my feeling of existence, and the sense of existence of everything around me, we all share that beingness, that existence. So for me, this sense of existence is the common denominator. And to achieve that sense of connectedness and oneness with everything, the way to do it, or a simple way to do it, is to just focus on that feeling of existence. I want to share a little quote from our Master Sri Sri Anandamurti. Ultimately, only one entity exists. That entity may be I, that entity may be he. But the differentiation between I and he disappears. I exist or he exists. The two ideas disappear. What's left is merely exists. This is the stage of non-attributional consciousness. It is the supreme stage of yogic practice. It is the supreme stance for a yogi. So, that stage of non-attributional consciousness that merely exists, that is the highest stage, when you feel there's no differences, no I, no he, no you, no me. There's just existence, right? Everything. We are in the non-attributional. And why is that so difficult to find? We are looking for ourselves, we are looking for God, but we are used to looking for things that have attributes. Look for something that's red, look for something that's big, look for something that's small, look for something that's good or something that's bad. So as long as we are looking for things with attributes, we can't find ourself and we can't find God, because God is that non-attributional beingness, which is at the root of everything, and so is myself. In another discourse, our master said that the divine is hidden in your I feeling. Paramapurusha, the supreme consciousness, is hidden in your I feeling. So what is that I feeling? It's not that I am this person or that person. It's that feeling of I am, I exist, that basic feeling of existence. That is where you will find your pure I. That is where you will find God. So to achieve that sense of oneness and connectedness, a simple way is just to focus on that sense of existence. This can be helpful when we're dealing with pain or suffering, or when we're feeling overwhelmed by any kind of strong feeling. Maybe it's an attraction. if we just sit with it, be with that pain, be with that suffering, be with that attraction, or be with whatever strong emotion you're feeling, sit with it and drop down to that level of I exist, it exists. And what happens is the feeling of otherness will gradually fade away, and there will just be this feeling of not otherness, but commonness. It's all one existence. The happiness, the sadness, the pain, the suffering, the joy, it's all just different forms of existence. We feel suffering because we feel something is other. We feel, when we have a desire for something, we are unsatisfied until we get that thing that we desire because we feel it is other. It is outside us. We don't have it. So dropping down into that feeling of just existence can help remove this feeling of other, which removes the feeling of suffering and also helps us not be so dominated by this feeling of attraction to something that we don't have because we are connected with it. We are it. In another discourse, Sri Anandamurti says that in the Supreme Being, in Paramapurusha, there is no feeling of clash because there is nothing outside. We can only clash with something when it is outside. So if we can bring what is outside inside, if we can dissolve those differences, if there is no outside, everything is just that feeling of existence, then that sense of clash fades away. So that's what I wanted to share. Find that common denominator, focus on that feeling of existence. And it's something that you have to spend a little time with. When you feel any strong feeling, just taking the idea in your head may not help. Sit, be still, drop into that feeling of existence. I exist, it exists, everything exists, there is only existence. And that feeling of separateness and the corresponding feeling of pain gradually becomes less. I hope you find that useful. Thanks for watching. Have a lovely day. Namaskar.